I posted on Instagram about Olive's story and wanted to publicly thank goodness for Minky, basically. If that blanket had not been there, things would have been so much worse. Olive has a speech delay. Right now she's learning to communicate with signs. She also has a gross motor delay. At 18 months, she is just learning to stand on her own.
Yay, baby!
She has a little walker that helps stabilize her so she can take some steps. But she is still on the move constantly. She's a determined little girl. Her delays I don't look at as a detriment. She's just telling us all, let's slow things down a little bit. Let's enjoy each other. Let's celebrate the tiny milestones just as much as the big things. I bought her a Minky blanket. So before all of her nap times, we do like kind of a peekaboo game with the blanket. Most of the time, she immediately rolls over and snuggles it up right close to her face. It generally goes with us just about everywhere.
Oh, Nana.
Starting late spring and into the fall, every weekend we try and spend some family time in the mountains. On this particular Sunday, when we got there, it was really cold. And so there was some space around the fire. The fire wasn't burning still. It was kind of smoldered, but it was still warm. So my kids set up their little camping chairs around the fire. I set her in her little chair, wrapped her nice and cozy in her blanket where she can't walk. I wasn't worried about her trying to hop down or climb out of it. She probably hadn't been in that seat wrapped up for more than a couple minutes when a very large gust of wind came through camp. It caught the underside of her chair and tipped her over into the fire. I grabbed her, trying to make sure she was okay. I was looking at her face thinking that since it was the only thing exposed, that would be where injury would show up, that she would have some sort of marks or something on her face, but she did not. If that blanket had not been there, things would have been so much worse. She would have gotten burns over so much more of her body, her face included. Having that blanket land before she landed was just honestly the tiniest miracle to keep her safe. By the time we got home, her hand had started to blister. We called her pediatrician, who recommended we go down to Primary Children's to have it evaluated. They told us that she had second-degree burns on her hands, and it could take up to 2 weeks to heal. I was the most worried about her hand because she still crawls. We wanted to keep that protected. We were very sad that her blanket was burned. She couldn't have her favorite comfort item. I reached out to a friend who actually works for Minky to see if she could salvage pieces of her blanket, make the tiny little size for Olive to snuggle. She actually was able to just remove the entire backing that was burned and replace it with a different color fabric. And Olive was thrilled to have her blankie back. Having her comfort item in her blanket definitely helped her heal. It helped her feel comfortable. It helped her be able to rest. It helped her to stay off of her hand. We could snuggle up and have a snack or read a book with our blanket instead of her wanting to be on the move. Little Olive is 19 months now. She is growing and learning and a delight to have in our house. I would just tell Minky thank you for creating a product that means so much to so many people. My family especially, we have so many memories tied into each of our blankets.